The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hello and welcome to another edition of our program, CHW in Action, with your host, your CHW, Rafael Calderon. As always, CHW stands for Community Health Worker in Action because I'm always in action trying to bring you, my community of Nashua and of the entire state of New Hampshire, information about non-clinical information on how to live a healthier lifestyle. And whenever I meet someone that knows more than I do about this stuff, whether they be from local or from Massachusetts or Connecticut or another state, I want to introduce them to you because I want us all to live a happier life, a healthier, happier life, and for that we need knowledge and education. And today I have the privilege, it's a true privilege, to do a Skype interview with my new friend, a lady that I love and appreciate and admire a lot. Her name is Barbara, and she is I call her a spiritual healer. And we've been trying to get into an interview for a long time, and we finally did it. It's via Skype. Let us say hi. Barbara, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm excited that we're doing this. Finally, we're doing it.
I am too.
So I think you're amazing, and I know that people are going to know you're amazing too, but I want you to tell us who you are and what you're about.
Well, my name is Barbara Maffeo. I spent most of my adult life as a nurse. And then I came into a yoga practice, which is body and brain. And through that practice, I saw how people could really improve their health and stay healthier. So I soon took an early retirement from nursing and worked at a studio. And then a couple years ago, another woman, Chalet, Chalet, and I opened this studio here in Lawrence. So we've been open just over 2 years now.
Excellent. And I had the honor and the privilege to go to the studio. And I met with you and Cholet. I love Cholet. Tell her that I miss her, okay? And we got to do this too sometime. So you two started Body and Brain at Riverwalk in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Can you tell us a little bit how that started and how that developed into a yoga center?
Well, we both worked together actually at a studio in Andover. And at that point in Andover, I had already decided I was going to open my own studio. But I live in Melrose, so I was looking closer to home. But then the studio in Andover decided it needed to close, and the members from there were disappointed, obviously. So because of that is how I decided to open in Lawrence. We started looking at property around this area. And so when we opened here in Lawrence, many of the members from the Andover studio followed us here, and they're still our members.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you know that your center, every time, from the first time that I went in to every time that I go there, I feel a sense of peace, right? You and Cholet have something special within you. And I know that you want to promote a message of consciousness. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I said, people talk about the word spirituality, and people have probably a different definition of it. But we think of spirituality as raising people's levels of consciousness. A lot of us have spent a lot of our life living in a lower level of consciousness of maybe guilt, shame, fear, anger, and really it has to do with even the state of the earth. So if we can raise people's consciousness, it helps to raise the vibration of the earth. So consciousness is associated with vibration. What kind of vibration do we give off? So as we raise our consciousness, we send out a higher vibration, and that actually helps to create health to the earth.
Now, I love the idea that the way that you help the earth, you start with one individual, you start with one family, and then you go into a community, because if a person is happier and healthier, the idea is that they develop the consciousness that they want everybody else to be happier and healthier. And then if you have you have a family develop that, then not only do you have children that can learn that and pass that on to their children as well, their own children, but in a community itself, if you have one family, two families, three families practicing the same thing, we can see a change, an effective, positive change in a community, don't you think?
Of course, and that's our goal here in Lawrence. We really, we have a studio here and there are members here, but we also really enjoy when we get to do something in the community. So we do a lot of, we call it outreach, go out into the community and either create a class or invite them here to the studio and put on some type of a program for them, because I feel like not everybody's going to be able to become a member probably of the studio, but we really want to serve the community.
And I like that, and I love that. That's why I'm happy to know you and do everything that I can to promote everything that you do. Here in Nashua, New Hampshire, in Manchester, New Hampshire, and in the whole state of New Hampshire, I'm doing a lot, or all that I can, to promote the belly button healing wand, because I know it helped me feel better, and I want everybody to feel better, because for me, if I feel good, I want to share that with everybody else. And I think that if we all feel the same way, if we develop that level of consciousness, we'll have better communities. Right? So you do a lot of cool things at the center, and I want to tell everybody what it is, but I want you to say what it is. So if somebody wants to go to the center, how do they get to you?
Well, obviously we have a website. They can go on our website and see some of the classes we do. We have a class here 7 days a week. We have a morning classes, evening classes Saturday, Sunday. We do some free workshops for the community. We do a free workshop every month on gut health, which is connected with that belly button tool. We call it a healing life tool, but it's about the brain and the gut are connected. So if we use the belly button tool to stimulate the gut, it's going to produce better health in the gut, which will actually affect the health of the brain.
And I like
so we offer that to the community.
Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's all right. Otherwise, we have a meetup group that some of the meetup members come here. People can join through Meetup, and we invite them to certain presentations here at the center. Or people can stop in. I'm trying to think. We do some events. We're out at health fairs or whatever. But we do have class every day. Like I said, we do some free workshops for the community or for anybody. Our members come to some of the workshops, but they're also usually open to the community.
That's very nice. And where are you located?
We're located just off of Route 495, the Merrimack Street exit. Many people know what's called the Riverwalk complex, or where the Salvatore restaurant is. So we're right in that complex. It's a great location.
Yes, it is. I love going there. I mean, I go there as much as I can. So I want to find a way to connect you, the center, you and Cholet, Barry and Brain, Yogan Taishi, with my community of Nashua and my community of New Hampshire. And when I say New Hampshire, I'm talking about the whole state. Because I want you to know that recently, this show became syndicated. So that means that I can send it out to any city that has a community TV station and play it. So your message is going to be going throughout the whole state of New Hampshire. But my heart belongs to Nashua. Nashua is such a beautiful, lovely place. And I want to find a way to bring you guys over here.
Sounds like we'll have to make a plan.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we know that we want to raise a level of consciousness, and we know that the belly button healing tool can help us do that. But I also know that there's a new book that came out. It's How to Live 120 Years. Can we talk about that for a little bit?
Sure. It's called I've Decided to Live 120 Years by Il-Chi Lee, and he's wrote that book to think of, the population nowadays, the aging population is increasing. There's more and more people 60 or 65 and over. And the book is not just meant for the older population. It's really meant for everybody to take a look at their life and say, what am I doing with my life? What is the real purpose of my life? Am I living with a purpose? Do I have some value I really cherish? And it's about, that also includes raising people's consciousness, meaning having a bigger responsibility, both for our own health and also to help support the bigger community, not just in our local community, but even in a global responsibility for raising people's consciousness, helping people to stay healthier, or even just on an individual level about if we're going to live a longer life, we want to stay healthy, don't we? Or else we're a burden to society, or we think of the cost of medical expense. And that's not, none of us want that. So it talks about maintaining our health, about eating healthy, about getting enough sleep, about exercise. It talks about those practical pieces of life, so then we can live a longer life. Nobody's guaranteed they're going to live 120 years. But it's a matter of, Ilji talks about making a choice. I want to make a choice. I really want to live to be 120 because now I see there's so much value I can add to life. So that's his intention is, what value can I leave behind? Or I say, most of us think of leaving some material heritage to our children or our family, but I say we need to leave a spiritual heritage. What have I really contributed to Earth, to this life before I leave this life? So a lot of times in the beginning of life, we're caught up with raising kids, trying to pay the bills, and hopefully as we get a little older, maybe we're a little more stable financially, the kids are grown, and now we can put more thought really into what am I going to now do with the rest of my life? That, what is it I want to contribute? Most of us really deep inside have a desire to contribute. Sometimes we're so caught up in the smaller things, or like even if we're not in decent health, we focus a lot on our health. But when we can stabilize that, then we can focus beyond the physical level to a deeper level, into a spiritual, a soul level.
And that's exactly why I love what you're doing. I want to get involved more with the studio because, see, as you know, I teach these healthy classes. They're called the diabetes self-management classes and chronic disease self-management classes. And it all comes down to people taking more responsibility of their health and living a healthier lifestyle so that they can enjoy their lives better. So when I got the book, I received it in the mail from you. Thank you very much. And I started to read it, and I mentioned it in one of the classes that I was teaching. And some people would mention, well, I have all these chronic diseases, I'm battling depression and all this stuff. Why in heavens would I want to live up to 120 in this situation, in this condition? So that's when I told her, well, that's why I need you to come to these classes. That's why I need you to practice the tools that I'm giving you here, because if you take control of your health, if you learn to better manage your social determinants of health, then you will be healthier. You'll be able to enjoy your life more, and then you'll be happy. Be very happy to live longer because you will have that energy that you need to enjoy your life. And right. Believe me, people see that and their eyes light up and they say, okay, I want to know more. I want to learn more. So that's why I'm truly very excited that we're doing this interview, because you know a lot more than I do. And I want to be able to tell people, hey, if you want to know more about this book and how to live a healthier, longer, happier life, check out this book and listen from someone that has read it and is connected to it. And then let me tell you how I can connect you to her so that we can get the book to them, and then we can see people begin to change their consciousness.
Sure. They can actually even order the book through Amazon, or we have many copies here at the center. If anyone was interested, they could purchase it through us and we could ship it to them.
That is awesome.
So it's really a great book. It's a pretty easy read. I don't feel it's like, real heavy duty conversation. It's practical. And it's inspiring. I find the book is very inspiring.
I think it is. I think that the author, I'm afraid to mispronounce his name, but I think he's a really good writer. I read the 2 books before this one that you gave me. I love the Solar Body book. It inspired me, It motivated me. And that's why I'm such a believer of everything that you do, that you and Cholet do, because I put into practice the things that I read in that book. And my health got better. Everybody that sees me tells me, Rafael, you don't look skinny. You look like you look more cut, slimmer. I think it is. They say, you look happier. You look in better shape. What are you doing? And I tell them, what I'm using the belly button healing wand. I'm watching what I eat, and I'm trying to minimize the stress in my life. And I was able to start doing that when I met Barbara and Cholet at Body and Brain. It's yoga and tai chi. You should come join me sometime. But I'm always working. That's why I'm going to launch a campaign where I can, for lack of a better word, I can raise my business to the level where I can work less on my job and dedicate more time into my business so that I can bring forth awareness and spread the word about what you guys do, because I think that it really works. And so I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
It does, yeah, it works. Okay.
So just so you know, we're doing this in Skype, and that's why sometimes there's like a 3-second delay. So I never mean to interrupt you, okay? So let me ask you this. There's something called a 1-minute app that ties into that book. Can you please tell us more about that?
So yeah, along with the book, I've decided to live 120 years. Ilji Lee came out with doing exercise, a minute worth of exercise every hour is what he recommends. It's a great way to really improve our physical condition, improve strength, improve flexibility, but it also is a great tool for people, say, that are in an office job, to refocus, to sort of recenter ourselves, to take a minute, take a pause in the workday and say, I'm going to take this minute and do a minute worth of exercise. So I think we're only dedicating 1/60th of our hour to some form of exercise. And a lot of people, we sign up at a gym, or people sign up at the yoga studio with great intention, but then life gets in the way, and maybe they don't keep that commitment. But I feel like the 1 Minute app is a great way for people to manage their physical condition and their focus better by just committing to doing a minute's worth of exercise. So the app is a great little tool. It even has lots of little demos on the app. It'll demo a little exercise. It actually will time the minute for you. You can set it to either set times. You can set specific times. It'll alarm you when it's time for an exercise. Or you can click on do 1 minute exercise now. Maybe you don't want to have the alarms and you want to just watch your watch, and then you can click on 1 minute exercise, and there's many choices. You can do exercise for stress management, for core strengthening. You can do exercise for brain enhancement, or you can do a customized list where you can mix them all up together, and you can pick which one is it I want to do, what hour. It's really a great little tool. So I really encourage people. It's a way, like I said, if you're in tune with the book and you really want whatever length of life you have left, if you want to live it to the best of your health, then I really recommend the app. Both physical health, mental health, emotional health, you'll be happier, more relaxed, and build some strength in the physical body. And we all need exercise. I mean, everybody says don't stay stationary. But I like the app because it really gives you a reminder, oh yeah, it's time for me to do some form of exercise. So some of the ones for the office, you don't even have to get out of your seat. You could do, we call it toe tapping, or you could just do some head rotations just to relax the neck, or just focus for a minute on breathing. I mean, it can be anything, but they list many different ones to choose from, but you could make up your own.
Sweet. So then that app can help us stay active. It's actually, it sounds to me like a good way to break out of our daily routine and do something to keep us active and, and feel alive, basically. So now, do people need to register to that through the studio, through your studio, or how would that go?
Well, actually, I have a goal that I really want to get 1,000 people to sign up on the app by the end of the year. So it's helpful to me. You can actually go into the App Store and download the app, but it's helpful to the center if people go on to a link first and sign in through there, and then the center recognizes that person signed in through the Body and Brain Yoga Studio. And then it'll lead you, once you sign into that link, it'll lead you actually to then download the app. And then you can, if anyone had questions, I'd gladly answer them, or we could do another session and show some videos of some things to do. But once you get into the app, you can play with it a little bit. You just have to make sure you click on the piece that says Activate Now. But it's actually, we're trying to create what we call a global health campaign. It's a way,
yes.
In the United States, the United States population is only 5% of the world population, but we consume over 75% of all prescription drugs in the world.
Wow.
It's shocking, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Wow.
And of the top, 10 countries that are considered financially stable, the United States ranks last in overall health condition.
That is sad to hear.
Americans think they're healthy, but really we're not. So I think that's part of what woke Ilji Lee up to think. He's always had a desire to help humanity be healthier, and then to grow spiritually, to raise their consciousness and participate in life more. In that participation really being helping the rest of humanity. So I feel like the Global Health Campaign is a great idea, and the app is a simple way to help anybody, unless you don't have a phone. I've actually done some stuff with seniors where I've just brought them a list of some 1 minute exercise they could use if they don't have a smartphone. So there's many ways people can, if they can't download the app, they could still get involved in some 1-minute exercise and really stimulate their brain and improve their physical condition.
Maybe next time I teach a healthy class, you should come along and you could teach or show the people in my class how to do the workout.
Sure. Yeah, we could probably work that out.
And I want to see if I can get involved in that campaign and see how we can help you out, because I'm starting my own campaign. In case you haven't noticed, because I know I haven't seen you in a few weeks, I got my t-shirt, my CHW Forever t-shirt, I got my mug. Okay, I am full-blown CHW Forever. I want to bring the message, or a non-clinical healthcare message, that we can live a healthier lifestyle, because only once we live a healthier lifestyle can we try or work on creating our ideal lifestyle, right?
Right.
If we spend, in my opinion, if we spend most of our time working on creating an ideal lifestyle, we would have less time to doing things that are not good for us, like overeating or using drugs or alcohol and stuff like that, getting ourselves into stressful situations, because we will have a vision, a picture of what we want our lives to be. And it's not easy to see in the chart, but that's what I'm promoting here. I'm promoting creating an ideal lifestyle by living a healthier lifestyle. And I sincerely believe that what you and Chole do at the yoga studio can help people. And I want to be a vehicle to help you to bring that into the communities so people can benefit.
Sounds great. We really want to join forces with many different people that have the same interest, and this is a great start for us, I'm jealous over your t-shirt, and now I'm going to have a t-shirt made for you that says the name of the app on it, and I'm going to get you a cup too.
See, now I feel happy, okay, because last time I spoke with Vanessa, I love Vanessa, and she had this nice Body and Brain t-shirt, and I didn't have one, so I told her, I got to talk to Barbara and Chole so they can get me one, but I haven't seen you much because we're all so busy.
I know. Now that's my campaign. I'm going to get you a t-shirt with the app on it.
See, now I'm happier. So tell us, what is your vision? What do you see happening for Body and Brain? When you say yoga, you know that a lot of people, when they think of yoga, they think of people sitting in a sitting position for hours. And I tell them, you do that, but you feel this rush of energy inside of you, right? But can you tell us more? What is yoga, the yoga that you practice? What is yoga? What does Tai Chi mean? And where does it come from? And how is it beneficial for people?
So there's many different styles of yoga. So the founder of this organization, Ilchi Lee, is Korean. So we say our style of yoga is Dan style, which means it's just focused around energy. So we're just trying to circulate energy in the body through some simple stretching. We're not trying to create a gymnast. You're not going to be an acrobatist, or you're not going to sit for hours in a lotus position. But we just want to help you open the body up and move energy in the body. And most of us think too much. We're on the computer a lot, cell phones. So we need to create what we call a foundation in the lower abdomen of energetic foundation. And from there, the lower chakras are energy centers in the body, and the lower chakras are what contribute to better physical health. So if we work on the lower chakras, then it's like the furnace in the basement. We heat up the basement, and the rest of the house is going to warm up from that, the heat in the basement.
That sounds very nice. So then,
yeah,
could that be a way to deal with depression?
Yeah, even as we circulate energy in the body, can help and support people with depression. Even the Healing Life tool, a lot of hormones are produced in the gut. So as people use the Healing Life tool, as you call it, the belly button tool, they stimulate the production of happy hormones. So that and stretching, I feel like those two are good components to help people with that suffer from depression. Especially in the wintertime, a lot of people suffer from that seasonal affective disorder. So some stretching, moving, when we're depressed, we want to just sit around a lot, but that's probably the worst thing for us. As we move the body and circulate some energy, it really gets rid of some of the heavy energy in the body, and we can feel brighter and lighter.
That is so nice. You know that part of everything that I do, because my idea of helping people or introducing ways in which people can create an ideal lifestyle by living a healthy lifestyle, I come across a lot of people that are depressed, that are battling chronic conditions, And I have them use the belly button tool. And no lie to you, Barbara, most people tell me that they feel something within 3 minutes. They feel it in their stomach and they feel it in their back. So I know that that tool works. I mean, I know that it's worked for me. But people that use it for the first time, they feel something. So I think you guys are onto something.
Plus, I like the tool. It's simple. There's no you don't have to take some course to learn how to use it. It's very easy. We go to nursing homes and do little workshops at nursing homes, and people in nursing homes use the tool. It's really applicable to anybody. And like I said, you don't have, it's not rocket science. It's just belly button stimulation. And there are some different points if people have specific areas of the body that they have tension or injury in, they can focus on those areas. But just in the general sense, it can really help to raise people's moods or produce better health.
And the main thing about it is that when we're healthier, we're happier, right? We enjoy life more. We're easier to get along with. So,
well, I feel like when we're healthier, we can focus on something else then. When we're not healthy, it's hard for us to focus beyond our own health. You know, we're trying to get healthy, right?
Exactly, and that's what I say. How can, when I talk to people about living a healthy lifestyle, a lot of people, not everybody, tell me, well, yeah, but I have all these problems. How can I think about being healthier when I have to work 2-3 jobs, when I don't make enough money, when I have, relationship issues, when my children are doing this and that, when all this stuff is going on? How can I just sit and think about getting healthier? And I try to tell them, that's like, if you don't get healthier, you won't be able to solve all those things. The time should be spent in finding a way to manage yourself, what I call your social determinants of health, so that you can live a better lifestyle, and then everything will come together.
Even if it's just little things at a time, even if it's somebody changes their diet habit, to eat healthier, or even just a few simple exercises, the 1-minute app exercise for somebody, people could fit in, even if they start out with maybe 3 or 4 of those a day. Doesn't mean, like I do probably 10 to 12 a day, but people could start out slowly, and most people could find the time to do something like that. So it doesn't mean their whole life is going to get fixed in one session, but, first of all, we have to make that choice. Yes, I want to improve my situation.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah, right. I agree with you 100%. So now, we're about to see, like I told you, time flies when we're having fun. So we have come to the end of the program. Is there any message that you'd like to send out to the audience before we say goodbye?
I guess just really trust that, you have the ability to improve your health. We need to be masters of ourselves and take greater responsibility for both our physical health and for our overall health, create our own happiness, not always be looking externally for everything, but find everything inside. So we have those tools, but we don't use them well enough.
Excellent. And that's why you and I are here, to teach them, to show them new ways in how they can use those tools. Barbara, a pleasure to speak to you. As always, you are a spiritual healer. I love you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. See you soon.
See you soon. God bless.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And thank you, our audience, for being with us. As you can see, Barbara is a very special lady. Now you know why I love her so much. Okay? So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching us. God bless you. Have a good night.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.